What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your guy Whetto, and on today's episode, I've got my man Shawk with all the hustle that he's got going on. I'm talking this man is doing everything and anything under the sun. He's working on a 8-plex Airbnb out in Ghana. He's got his magnificent and professionally set up auto spa detailing. He's got his hands in everything. He's doing advertising. He's got a new kid on the way. The man's is up to a million different things. So of course, join us on this episode with my man Splash and your guy Whetto. We'll be right back.
Let's get it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's your guy Whetto, my man Shawk. Let's figure this thing out. My man, what is going on? Thank you for joining me here on Whetto's World and finally sitting down with me, brother. It's good to have you. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you, like I said before, and also congratulations on what you're doing, man. You're a badass and you're paving your own lane. So the car detailing, how did you get into this? What's going on with it?
It's a good question. So I started off detailing as a mobile detailer back in college. I think it was like my junior year. And I've always been, drawn to cars and kind of been somewhat of an enthusiast, I guess you'd say. So I bought my first Mercedes. The first car I bought myself was a 2008 Mercedes C300, 350 actually.
Okay.
And I found myself walking out of Walmart here when I was going to college with all kinds of detail supplies and no groceries. So
Priority switched, huh?
yeah, like I remember the day very, very vividly, and I just like kind of looked down in the bag, and I was like, "Damn, I need some food." And I was broken. Like all I cared about was my car.
Yeah, man.
My new thing. So yeah, I was like, man, maybe if I could get one or two people to let me detail their car, I could get some of this money back.
Get some groceries.
Get some groceries.
Hell yeah. An easy hustle, for sure. So as it started just from dorm room homies to now you own your own company, franchise, or it's getting to that point. You have one location?
So we have one location. I've had multiple previously. I do a lot of contract work for different dealerships locally and out of state, out of town. So it's grown beyond just the detail. Detail is kind of the base of the business. And now we do, paint corrections, ceramic coatings, liquid wraps, vinyl wraps, bolt-on modifications.
Damn.
So yeah, pretty much anything aesthetically, cosmetically, however you want to call it or whatever, we'll do it.
And this is all technically aftermarket stuff?
Yeah, so, the customization side of it is definitely all aftermarket. We use a lot of great vendors. It's just, I look at cars and my customers look at cars as kind of like a, form of expression.
Sure.
And so it's kind of like an art. And it's kind of, everybody's got their thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And,
right.
And a lot of my clients, like, doesn't matter what you choose to drive, whether you want to keep it clean or make it stand out or be some, sleek and stealthy with it.
Yeah.
We kind of do it all.
Hell yeah, man. That's cool. Now, are you from Las Cruces?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not from Cruces. I was born in Connecticut. I was raised in London till I was 6. So at 2 months old, my grandmother took me over there to UK. I was raised there till I was about 6, 7 years old. My family's originally from Ghana. So me and my siblings are first generation.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Congrats to that. That's no easy feat to be the first of many. Obviously coming down the line. So you said it was you and your sister. Are you have a big family?
Slightly.
Are they all kind of everywhere then?
They're all in Connecticut. So I have my sister and I got my 2 brothers.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And now you were talking about you was leaving Walmart to get some groceries or wherever it was, and then you were going back to your dorm room, correct?
Not exactly. So I actually, I never lived in the dorms. I lived at the Grove when it was the Grove.
Hey, shout out to the Grove one time.
I actually used to work there too. So I used to host all the parties. I don't know if you remember the neon glow in the dark party.
Okay.
The pool party.
Yeah.
I actually hosted that. Now it's the Verge or whatever, but yeah, no, I lived over there, so I wanted to get away. I was kind of troubled, in high school and shit like that. So I wanted to, venture out and do my thing. And, my mom was kind of for it, so she helped me, and she was like, yeah, like, if you want to, I was going to go to Chicago, but she had a childhood friend from Ghana that lived out here. And she's like, well, if you want to move away, whatever, like, at least I got somebody out there that I know that could look out for you if anything happened, because she knew I like to fight and do all that.
Nah, you like to be a little rambunctious, yeah? Get a little twisted up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good old, man, I remember the Grove and Casa B used to be crazy.
Super active.
All the time, and now it's a whole nother, it's not even the same place anymore. Well, I haven't been out there in a while, but
We kind of own her.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know, maybe y'all are still holding it down. So what'd you go to school for? Did you go to school?
Yeah, so I got my bachelor's in business administration with a major in marketing.
Nice.
Yeah, so I graduated 15, 16, whatever, so a few years back. It's 2021 now. Just want to timestamp this.
Yeah, right, we're even older now, damn it.
Right. So I got my degree over there. It's funny because I haven't seen my degree since I think that year. It's somewhere buried somewhere, but I got my degree in business. And if anybody out there, go to school for sure.
Get your education.
Definitely. But
Well, I don't know, man. I kind of sit on the fence about this now, especially depending on what it is that you do. I would say with all the resources that are online, you may not have to pay that chunk of change unless you can get grants or whatever. But
no, 100%. I'm still paying off my student debt today.
you know what I mean?
And that was kind of leading up to what I was gonna say is that experience trumps all, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Experience definitely trumps all. Even after going to college for business, just being out there in the real world, you learn so many different skills. People skills, communication skills, little things like getting your business up on Google, Yelp, Bing, Facebook, Instagram. Whatever the case is, a lot of these things aren't taught in schools, but I will say that it can open doors for you.
This is true. The networking side of college and the experience of it, for sure you can't beat. It helps definitely pull whoever you are out of a shell, or 100%. I guess.
And I think also too, it just kind of helps. I wanted to drop out my sophomore year, and my mom was like, "If you drop out, you ain't covered. You ain't got no home to come home to." Type shit. So sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, full explicit. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
But I think it kind of teaches discipline. When she told me that, I kind of sat back and I was like, man, let me knock this thing out. Let me just finish. I started going to school for nursing. Both my parents are in medical. As an African, and I'm sure a lot of foreigners as well. A lot of our parents encourage us to go and get stable jobs, stable careers, and stuff like that. And that's the same thing my parents wanted for me, just in the healthcare. And I just, I kind of wanted to do my own thing. I just had a bigger vision, I guess, or a different vision, I should say.
Right.
But it did instill that discipline to finish, just finish something. So aside from the actual education piece, I think me personally, it was just about finishing, walking across the stage, be like, I did that.
That is something I can definitely testify now that I graduated last year, I believe, in the March, and I went for a bachelor's degree and ended up staying for 10 years. Just bullshitting back and forth, not until after that I realized that same thing, that it was more of the discipline to do it and get it done. Because I dropped out multiple times, lost all my scholarships, just bullshitted it. I didn't even want to go back home. I had the door was open, but it was I don't have what I left to get, you know what I mean? So it's kind of where I met a bunch of the people in our same circle. It was in that same time of, fuck it, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And thankfully, that system kind of worked out in itself. But now I knew going into it, I wanted to be, I wanted to sell my own stuff. I didn't want to work for somebody else. So when you were doing you started healthcare, then you went for business, and then now you're doing a car detailing, professional car and auto detailing, spa. So did you have a plan? Did you really think that it was going to turn out that way, or you just kind of winged it?
It's funny because I always tell everybody I went to college for 5 years to become a professional car washer.
Yeah, okay.
Even granted, we do a lot more than, wash cars at this point. But I definitely always wanted to do something for myself, which is kind of what drew me to, just a business. I want to do anything, and I've never been, afraid of working hard, physically, whatever the case is. So that's kind of what drew me to that, and then the love for cars and the automotive industry, motorcycles, and anything fast, really. So it was kind of just a given to do something that I was familiar with,
Right.
And do it for myself. Was kind of the kicker. And then I sold cars here for a couple different companies as well. So once I was at that point selling the cars, and I decided to start up, I started off as a mobile detailer. My whole thing was, I'm already working at the dealership, I get them to let me detail their cars, whatever.
There you go.
So yeah, there was definitely a plan in place. I got down and I sketched everything out. I have this little motto, plan, act, track. So I'd write everything down. I write out my goals. I'd write out how I plan to achieve those goals, who I was going to target, et cetera, et cetera. And so there was definitely a plan in place. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it sounds like you were already covering your bases to begin with, and clearly, as you said, that's the experience and the education that you learned going to college that kind of set you in the right direction, even as the business administration. I mean, one way or another, regardless, I guess you're still helping people. It may not be, shots and whatever, but I know when my car's clean, I feel amazing too.
I feel good.
You know what I mean? So, with that, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break real quick. We're going to get some drinks, and when we come back, we're going to continue with my man Splash. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. My man Splash and your boy Whetto. Let's wrap this thing up. We were just diving into it too, as a matter of fact. Kind of the little upbringing, who you are, what you've been up to, the auto, spa, detailing, and everything that you got going on, man. Graduating out here. Supposed to be nurse, supposed to be business, supposed to be your own damn thing. And I'm glad that you picked the detailing world because you're obviously a badass at it. This man can wash a car like no other.
Yes, sir.
With that, man, I'm glad to have you on the show with me. I definitely want to cheers to you, brother. So first and foremost, congratulations, man. Welcome to Whetto's World. Thanks for being
Thanks
here.
for having me. Thanks for having me, for sure. I've been looking forward to it. Sorry we couldn't knock it out sooner.
Oh, you're good. Life, obviously, you're a busy man. You know what I mean? So, do you feel like, now we were talking about too how you was kind of growing up a little rougher. Do you think, since you touched on not having the J's back then, you think that's kind of what got you involved in having like a Benz now?
Oh, 100%. I always look at stuff as motivation. A lot of people, especially like social media, sorry, like kind of segue, but I just got done having this conversation with a few different people actually, and how social media has affected, just the now and just, the dynamic and how people look at themselves and stuff like that. And looking back on it, whenever I saw stuff that we didn't have, it was just kind of motivation. I always ask myself, why not me?
Mm-hmm.
I always ask myself, like, why not me? It's not necessarily about the money or whatever the case is, but it's just about, the comfort of not having to worry,
Definitely.
That for me is everything, the freedom, of course, and stuff like that. So that definitely, drove me to be more financially motivated, just so that I can, I don't have kids yet, hopefully soon. Chelsea, shout out.
Hey, one time.
My fiance. But
congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, no, definitely. So whenever I saw stuff, whether it be cars, whether it be homes, like we drive through these neighborhoods, and like my parents are both kind of dreamers as well, being immigrants and stuff like that, from Ghana, they would take us out to go see different stuff, and I definitely grew to want different things and just more so just want that stability in life, to not worry.
Most definitely, man. And it's obviously you paving the way to do it in the correct way too, man. It's super cool to see you as an individual doing the damn thing like that, man. Like that's, if a lot of people don't tell you, congratulations, man. What you do is not easy, and I know as well as being a professional detailer, you're a fucking person. You know what I mean? You still got your own individual battles that you got to deal with, and as you say, it sounds, you know, you got a team to take care of too. So making sure everybody's on the same page and not, you know, what is it, materialism is pretty crazy nowadays, especially with like, you know, the influence of Instagram and stuff like you was talking on too, man. But regardless, man, what you're doing is badass. So one more time, I just want to say thank you for coming out and hanging out with me, man. Normally too, I like to ask, what do you feel like Do What I Want represents and all that, and what you got going on, man?
You know, it's funny because I think like, you know, I think it speaks to me a lot because, you know, when you hear obviously Do What I Want, it's kind of self-explanatory, but at the same time when, you know, you're in certain positions, you know, like for me personally, it's I want to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, where I want to do it,
Yes, sir.
et cetera, et cetera. So I think it really speaks to a certain type of individual as to, you know, just kind of taking the reins, you know, and not letting society kind of dictate to you what you should be doing, and just kind of going for it. And, you know, the sky's the limit, you know, and beyond.
For real, way beyond. Obviously, awesome. Is it Tesla and all them going? I mean, it's wild what you can do when you put your fucking mind to it. You know what I'm saying? And as you say, like, testimony to do whatever you fuck you want, and that's the coolest part of it, man. I'm glad to see that you're doing that much. Coming from Ghana, dude, you on a whole other note, my brain just took off on it, but what kind of food? Like, do you guys have amazing food when y'all have, like, do y'all celebrate Thanksgiving? Is that a thing? Since we're in fall now?
In Ghana, that's a great question. I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm from there, but we celebrate as a family Thanksgiving. But I don't really know if it's really a big thing over there, so I can't really speak to that. But we definitely, you know, celebrate it. Ghana's beautiful. For all y'all watching, go check out Ghana.
That word just sounds like, let's go. Like, that
Land
sounds
of
like
gold.
a beautiful place, Ghana. Even just like, you know what I mean?
It's a beautiful
So
place.
that's dope, brother. Now, or do you go back and travel a lot over there?
Yeah. So I just actually got back about 3 weeks ago. So me and my mom are actually building a multi-unit Airbnb. It's about 8 units.
Damn.
So it's supposed to be kind of like a boutique Airbnb / hotel, like somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Building a resort in the land of gold. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Shit, dude. That sounds like a good idea to me. Hell yeah. And is that coming along pretty well, or is it?
Yeah. So like I could show you some pictures, and you could like chop them in there, whatever the case is, just to show you what it's looking like, the stages that it's at, and everything. It's coming along. It's definitely the biggest single project, and investment that I've been involved in. I started Splash with like $5,000, which, thanks to college, I actually got that $5,000 off of a student loan.
Hey, oh shit, fair enough. Putting student loans into a good position. Yeah.
I got a $5,000 student loan from Wells Fargo back in the day, and that's what helped to finance for the truck and the trailer and our power washers and vacuums and extractors and all that good stuff. So yeah, sometimes, you know, it works out, but
Crazy in the full circle of how it went, man. Now, are you doing all this by yourselves? Just you and your mom, you said?
Yeah, so my mom actually built the so her house is actually right next to it on the same property.
Damn, that's huge, dude.
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid. So her house is right next to it. You can't see it obviously on camera, but
Yeah.
So she built it a few years back, and her original plans for the building was going to be like a small charter school. And
I don't want to go too far.
Swipe.
Just watch the screen. Look at the screen, and that's it.
So, you know, I it's hard because I didn't know anything about it. And so like for me, like I didn't have anything to say about it. But you know, I saw the upcoming of Airbnb and stuff like that. And you know, a lot of people are traveling to Ghana now. It's right on the western coast. And it's right next door to Nigeria, so you can really, you know, see a lot if you want to go out there to Africa. And it's just a beautiful place. So, you know, I brought that to her attention. I was like, maybe we should try this and just finish it off. She agreed. And then that's when I got involved this year. So I went over there. We made some renovations to the building. We opened it up. So the top floor on both sides of this part of the building.
Yeah,
you'll see when you see.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a huge, not duplex, but it's a huge unit of stacked on top of each other. So yeah, go ahead, sorry.
So it's gonna have a little bar, a little restaurant, and then the corner spots are gonna actually be suites with all glass. So we made those renovations. I had them extend the platform so we have outdoor seating on the top, on the balcony, and underneath that as well. And then, you know, we just took care of all of the plumbing, electrical, you know, I think the landscape, and I last week I just actually purchased all of the furniture for the project. So
hell yeah, dude. Yeah. That's a lot, brother. So well, obviously, if you're doing all this, you're getting a crash course in learning it. So I assume this won't be your last one either. Are you big if you like to do like real estate investments too? Do you like doing other stuff with like was it Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and shit like that too? You think that's coming up next along with the Airbnb stuff?
Yeah, I trade.
Yeah, do you? Or did is it Shiba? That's the biggest one.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any Shiba yet. I went in heavy on Doge. I should have sold, but yeah, I went in heavy on Doge. I have Bitcoin. My next one that I'm looking at is Cardano. Cardano looks like, you know, it's on the up and up. It's a utility coin. And yeah, like I started trading last year when, you know, things got kind of thick with the whole COVID. Mm-hmm. And so I bought a lot of things that I was confident that would bounce back. Like a lot of airlines, oil. What else did I buy? I mean, I bought a bunch of stuff that I was just confident that would bounce back. Made a decent profit, nothing crazy. And then this year I transitioned over to crypto.
Nice. See, making the transition to it. I've been learning and researching things. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of them yet because they all seem kind of. But my biggest thing too is right now is like the NFTs.
Yeah.
Have you been buying any NFTs yet?
I haven't. I like to know kind of what I'm getting into because, you know, I'll use Doge as an example. It's kind of a FOMO thing. So I went into Doge and I was just hearing all the hype, and, you know, I went in, you know, pretty heavy. And when that whole Elon Musk thing happened on, you know, SNL, I was expecting it to go to $1. I was like, I set my buy or my sell order to like 97 or 98 cents, got up to I think 75 cents or so, and then it just plummeted. So after that, I just really decided, like, you know, let me actually know what the purpose is and do my due diligence before investing. I've heard a lot of things about NFTs. I think it's super solid, but I can't really speak on it because I don't really know too much, you know. So yeah, I think soon enough, you know, when I get the time, I'll definitely do some more research and probably get in
jump into the same realm with them. Yeah, it's a crazy world out there, man. The world is running around rampant right now, and then even with like the dollar and everything, it might be crashing soon. The debt ceiling and pushing it back again till December. All kinds of crazy shit's going on, man. It's a trip, brother. But bringing it back full circle, back into, you know, you and what you do with your detailing, man. It's once again, brother, badass. Don't let nobody tell you differently. If someone is trying to work with you and they want to get some work done, where do they reach you at?
So you can definitely link us at splashdetail.com. You can also hit us up at detail.pros on Instagram. And then you could always hit the line on Google, or we're everywhere. So Splash Las Cruces, that's our only location right now. But like I said, we do go out for a lot of work. And it's from detail up. I mean, detail is kind of the basis of the business, but we do a lot of customization work. You know, my car is an example.
Yeah, it's a crazy ass colorway, man. That's one of a kind. That's crazy ass. You're a lot of one of a kind of dude, man. That I'm learning real fast in this situation, but that's badass regardless, man. Before I get you out of here, you got anything besides the Ghana project and the other detailing work that you're doing? You got anything else coming up?
Yeah. So we actually got a couple of different things. So tomorrow, we're actually hosting. So JMK Chews is a partner that or a business that I'm also a partner of. It's a dog chew company and dog, pet friendly products and stuff like that. We're actually hosting a promo event to launch the website and get that show on the road. That's gonna be at Amador Live. Probably won't see this before then.
It'll probably be next week, the week before.
I also have Nightmare on Main Street, which I am an investor in, / promoter, whatever you want to call it. So Nightmare on Main Street, we're bringing Young Blue, T-Rel, Cristal Poppin', hope I said that right. Who else? Kirko Banks, DJ Sauna, who else? I know there's like a couple more people. Sorry if I don't have.
Is Philip Israel? Is he in that one with you guys? Robbie? Anybody?
Yeah, DJ Robbie.
Yeah, DJ Robbie. Shout out Robbie. Shout out everybody. You just mentioned too, Dan.
Shout out Alter Ego Entertainment. So yeah, Rob brought me in on the whole project. So we're bringing all those great artists to Amador Live on October the 29th, a couple weeks from now. And then I'm also hosting an art exhibit on November 20th. It's going to be a charitable event. We're going to be auctioning off art from Southwest artists. And then next year I'm launching my first app.
Damn.
Which has nothing to do with anything that
what the fuck is... Here you go. Boom. Hell yeah, dude. So, okay, well...
Shall we continue?
Yeah, keep going. Damn it.
I'm in the rush. I got time, baby.
Did you develop it? You did the whole software behind it?
No. So I actually, I really wanted to. I wanted to, just educate myself, which I still plan on doing. But I decided I wanted to, deliver a quality product, to the public. So I'm going with the app development company. And I think it's gonna have a lot of, utility to it. I don't want to say too much.
Keep it under wraps until it's. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have a lot of utility to it, and I just think that I'm excited for it. I'm definitely I'm going tech. Like my goals, my objectives, are to leave my imprint and provide value to everybody and stuff like that. So. That those are my goals. I want to get in tech, real estate, and those are kind of next steps for me. So yeah.
Damn.
My name might not be on it, but just know when it comes, Shawk did it.
That's cool as hell. It's gonna be available on all kind of platforms, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or is it an app? Is it just kind of a mobile thing, or?
Ooh, you kind of reaching.
Okay.
No, you good, Slow. So yeah, it'll be on iOS, Android. It'll have a website as well. That's kind of like my next thing. For any entrepreneurs out there, like you always gotta be, quick on your feet, know how to adapt, pivot, and diversify your portfolio.
The best, man. Don't put them all in one basket or all your eggs in one basket, right?
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, with all the things that I got going on right now, like, I'm super blessed to be able to do those things, but it's more so that way if, this thing is slow or whatever the case is, you got other things going on, you know what I mean? So definitely diversify for sure. And we got the app launching next year.
That's super cool, man. Congratulations to that, man. I know we drank these earlier. I'll give you one more tap on that, man. Congratulations to that. Oh, damn it. Hell yeah, Shawk, man. I'm glad I finally got to sit your happy ass down, talk with me and everything else going on, man. So from developing an app, building up a fucking a utopia in the land of gold.
Yes, sir.
You've been holding it down, doing. How long's the business been in?
So I've been in business with Splash for almost 7 years now.
Yeah, dude.
Started off as a mobile detailer. I've had multiple locations. We have one now. I have four employees, like full-time employees. And then I have a full media team. So, to take care of all of our content and stuff like that. We work with a lot of different vendors, do a lot of business with other businesses in town. I look at Splash as more so of like a concierge service. Like, we do almost all of our stuff in-house, but at the same time too, it's like if we can't get it done, I want to make sure that we can provide, quality results for the customer. So I'll go out and I'll find the best person, the best business to execute whatever it is that the customer needs done.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot going on over there at Splash for sure.
What's up, man? You're getting your hands dirty too, getting in there and obviously showing them how to hold the ropes. Yeah, man, it's full of paint. That's it. Splashed all over him, man. No pun intended there, brother. Hell yeah, my man. Well, is there anything else? You got all kinds of tricks up your sleeves, it seems, man.
Nah. So what else?
When's the wedding? When you guys are gonna end up getting it done?
So we're looking at 2022.
Okay.
This because we want it to be a destination wedding. We're looking at the Bahamas, a couple other places. So I just want to give family and friends enough time and stuff like that and stuff like that. So we have our place here. We have our place on the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, congrats to that, man. And you guys, you said you were mentioning too, you're trying to work on a family as well.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. Like, honestly, I don't think that you ever be ready. So shout out to all the parents out there. I'm excited to start a family with my fiance, and just kind of just grow together. Our time is all limited, and so I just what better time than the present? I look at it as now.
There's never a okay, yeah, I'm ready moment. Well, I say that just because I was thrown into the world of parenting too, but thankfully, Riley, shout out to you, Riley, whenever you do watch this one. Just a blessing, bro, and you already have a crazy spark of flame to ambition and drive that you already got going on. So as soon as that does touch down, whoo, y'all better watch the fuck out. You're gonna be building computers and shit, not just the apps in them. So
yeah,
man, I can't wait to see what you come up with then, brother.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm just super excited, like, just about life in general. And I used to look at it as like, just growing up the way I grew up. Not knowing my parents and stuff like that. So I was like 7 years old. It's like I want everything to be right. I want to be. It's the little things, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to pick my kid up from school. I want to be able to go to the games, stuff like that. And, now thankfully I've been blessed enough where it's like, that shouldn't be an issue. And I don't think that, you'll ever be ready again. I can't really speak on it because I don't have kids. But at the same time, like, what more can I do to prepare?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just like, let's do this thing. Like, I'm excited for it. I want a couple little ones running around. Something to focus on aside from just business.
Right. You gotta have the release, man. And yeah. I can't wait. I love being in here every day, but I tell you what, when I'm on my way home, then I know she's in there, or even like right before we got on here and she was FaceTiming me, like there's a different type of like, ooh yeah, you know what I mean? So it's super dope, brother. I can't wait for fatherhood to touch down in your realm. You already got an amazing deal going on as it is. You got the fiance, the business, man, your education. You're a smart man, brother, and you're doing the damn thing. You may have a little bit of a rough growing up, but obviously it molded the man you are today, man. And I'm glad that I get to sit here and have a conversation with you. So
thanks, man. Thanks for having me. And like, yeah, shout out to anybody in any kind of situation like that, because trust me, like, it's not the end. Like, you just gotta thug it out at times and just keep pushing through and just hustle hard and just put your head down, you know what I mean, and just kind of, you know, just stay positive, stay motivated, stay hungry,
man,
and stay humble.
Preach, tell them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the truth, man. For real, it really is, and it's crazy. I think all this crazy stuff going on in the last year for sure, it either brought the most out of you or it kind of put you in your place, I guess. But
Yeah.
for a lot of people, I think it's been like a blessing in disguise. I say that respectfully, but it's definitely pulled a lot of hustle. Like e-commerce is like the biggest thing going on right now. It kind of also, you know, some of the big league dogs, the big box companies quadrupled their business, where, you know, small businesses were kind of shutting down left and right.
Yeah, they shut us down too, little codes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, no, definitely. I think that, you know, it's definitely a hard time, and like, even for me. But like, you had to dig deep, you know what I mean? And it kind of brought out the hustle, and that was the time, really, when you think about it, because, you know, a lot of people on unemployment getting bigger checks than they're getting at their jobs. You know, companies getting PPPs and stuff like that across the board. You know. So it's really a time to capitalize. You have the time.
You literally had nothing but time on your hands and nothing but resources on your phone.
Yeah.
As much as they were watching the news and the media, they should have also been scrolling to figure out NFTs or this cryptocurrency stuff and setting up mobile apps, doing whatever, you know, all kinds of different shit. So
yeah, no, I really believe that. Like, you know, we all have the same 24 hours. And it's just what you make of it, because, you know, if you want it, you're gonna go out and get it. And if you're hungry, you know what I'm saying, like, you got to make the best of the situation. And, you know, I can honestly say I don't feel sorry for anybody that, you know, didn't capitalize on the situation, because, you know, time is everything. Time's all we got, and we all had that time, you know. I had to sit back and look at my guys and be like, yo, like, I gotta take care of these guys. Somehow, some way, we gotta figure it out.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the next mission type thing? Let's get them paid for sure.
That's it, bro. You know, we were shut down for about 3 months.
Sheesh.
Yeah, about 3 months we were shut down. And, you know, I had to find ways and means to make sure my guys are good. And so, you know, it's very unfortunate, like COVID-19 and stuff like that. Like, nobody wants, you know, that kind of stuff to
You
go
definitely
on.
don't want it, definitely no.
But, like, you know, for any hustlers out there or any entrepreneurs out there, you know what I'm saying, like, that was the time. This is still the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is to dig deep and use that time wisely, because, you know, it's just one of those things, man. Like,
You gotta unplug from the matrix of what's in front of you and go the different route where everyone else wants to, it's scary. Like, yeah, good. Stay scared then. I'm gonna take my own route, carve my lane, do my thing, and get paid for it. And then also provide for other people. Do the damn thing, you know what I mean? As you got a team of mouths to feed, man, you gotta, like you said, you gotta dig around and find whatever. So I'm surprised though that as auto detailing, you didn't get into like sanitizing stuff, or did you do anything like that?
we did.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's still actually live on the website.
Oh yeah, you can still do it? Okay. Should have went on the research.
That was the first thing I did. It's funny because we actually had this little ad. I'll show it to you real quick.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny.
Well, yeah, that's obviously you got to adapt and figure out what you can do, man. So that's cool that you kind of dabbled into that too. Well, then obviously that should have kept y'all busy for sure, no? Well, at least for the most part, but still everyone was super skeptic about, well, I don't know if we should let them in and blah, blah, blah. It was weird opening this
It was a
literally
weird time.
as that shit went down. And that's what I'm used to, is like, let me be in front of you, let me talk to you, I'm a salesman, you know what I mean? Let me hand you stuff. And they're like, yeah, you can't do that. So I was like, oh shit, okay, well. That's actually where all this came about, doing the YouTube stuff and the podcast. And I was like, yeah, I'm not just gonna sit still. Like,
Time, yeah.
you know,
You capitalized and you found something productive, you know, that could benefit you, your business, you know, and that's really what it boils down to is, you know, idle hands. You can let it, you know, self-destruct, or you can, you know, use it for positive means.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That is very true. Oh, here goes here.
that was the first thing I did when they shut me down.
Okay. This guy. It's a nice little hazmat suit. Sanitizing the whole thing. And you said you had a media team too, right?
Yeah, but I filmed this on my iPhone.
Oh, see?
And edited it on the iPhone.
There you go. That's all it takes some days, man.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of business out of that, clearly, yeah?
Yeah.